am Sunil Pai. I am now 62 years old. I am basically from Mangalore and Udupi and Manipal. That's where I did all my schooling and my engineering I did from Manipal Institute of Technology in Chemical Engineering. And after that I worked for some time, and then subsequently 4-5 years of experience, I started my own business, which I run even today. So last 30 years, basically selling equipments to the research and development in the space and defense industry, representing companies from US, Germany and UK. And sports has always been a passion for me right from the school days. Played all kinds of sports, everything that was available. There is no sport which I have not played almost. But the passion then ultimately went to cricket as usual. So I played cricket for quite some time, representing school, captaining my college, then captaining my engineering college, then the district, then I played for the university. And subsequently, after finishing my engineering, I was employed, so cricket went into a little bit of a background. And then I shifted to Bangalore. I was initially in Bombay. And after coming to Bangalore, again the passion for cricket started, and I started playing in the local Bangalore leagues, representing various teams. And subsequently, because the cricket was taking too much toll, I played almost till I was 40 plus in the local league, and then gave up cricket. And as being a sportsman, wanted to do something in sports, so just in our apartments, just put a badminton net and started playing badminton just for time pass. But then it became a passion, and over the next 5 years somehow started playing badminton at little more competitive level, and then succeeded, and then started playing badminton at the state level and subsequently at the national level. So unfortunately I was not trained as a badminton player, so did not have any formal coaching. But as a sportsman, I had the basic instinct to play sports. 2016, when I was 56, I was representing Karnataka team at the national championships in Coimbatore, and for the first time I had reached the finals in the mixed doubles. And when I was playing the match, I had a terrible injury. During the course of the match, I knew that something had terribly gone wrong when I jumped to hit a smash, and it subsequently turned out to be a complete tear of ACL. Of course, at that time I could not move, and I had to concede my match, and I was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. And fortunately they did the icing and initial care, where they tried to control the swelling and all that. And I actually, on the same day, my friends brought me back to Bangalore, and the next morning I came to Apollo Hospital to meet Dr. Sanjay Pai, and it was immediately diagnosed after the normal MRI and test that it was a complete ACL tear. And I was then told that I have two options. One is you can go without a surgery for the time being, and you can strengthen your leg and knee with proper physio exercises. You can recuperate to a very fair degree, and with that, and considering my age, I was told that I can continue with my life. There should not be a problem in my continuing with my life as a normal person. But me being a sportsman, and after having succeeded at the national level, I was very adamant that I want to play again. So Dr. Sanjay Pai and Dr. Pradeep Kochappan advised me what exactly needs to be done if I have to get back to playing badminton. I needed to first give a couple of months of pre-operation strengthening and get myself fit for the operation. It was not that I could just get the operation done now and then become a good sportsman again. So I took 4 months, during which the physio was done and I strengthened both my legs and my knee, and subsequently in May of 2016 I went through the ACL reconstruction at the Apollo Hospital, and this was performed by Dr. Pradeep Kochappan. And before the operation also, I was given a complete rundown on what needs to be done post-operative. I was told that it is not going to be a easy thing after the post-operation where I can go back. It will take almost 12 months for me to get back to playing. And I made that decision that I will do whatever needs to be done to get back into badminton. And I was determined and I was confident that I could get back with the help of the doctors and the physios. And subsequently the operation was completed and it went very well. I was sent home within 2 days of the operation. And after the operation, I went through a very rigorous physiotherapy sessions at the Apollo Hospital physiotherapy sessions at the Apollo Hospital Center. And over a period of time, after I became very confident, I shifted to a physiotherapist little closer to my house at the advice, but in constant touch with the doctors on a periodic basis to see the progress. After 8 months, I was able to again go back into the badminton court just for uplifting, as you can call it, but not really to play. And then what happened is in 10 months after my operation, there was a selection trials for the Indian team to play at the World Masters. In discussion with the doctors and little reluctance, decided to play just to give myself a chance to get selected for the Indian team, because the actual Masters, the World Masters was 6 months away, by which time I had enough time to fully recuperate. So I played that tournament and I lost the selection trials by a whisker and was not selected. Subsequently, that caused a little bit of a problem with my knee, because it was a little earlier than what was advised and I had to go through more physio, but which I did, and which I did with very good dedication and determination. And by the end of 2017, I was ready to play badminton again and performed at the national level, getting into the top 2. And in 2018, I started winning more tournaments. First in April 2018, I won the Sri Lanka Summer Games. Then in August, I participated in the US Open International Masters Tournament and won. And after that, I have been regularly playing now. And in 2021, again I was selected into the national team and represented India at the World Masters Badminton Championships in Spain. So that was a very big achievement for me, that I could represent my country in the sport that I loved so much and for which I had worked so hard for the last 4 to 5 years. So now just completed last week another tournament, that is All India ranking tournament in Chennai, where I won in the mixed doubles and I was runner up in the men's doubles. So this has been my journey, but the most important thing is that benefits of going through the operation or the injury is that I am so much fitter now than I was before the injury, because I was not so much into what you call strengthening or taking so much care of my body, because I was a little bit of a freelancer, in the sense that because I was in sports, I thought I was immune to everything. But after the surgery, now I have learned how to manage my body, how to listen to my body, what I should do, what I should not do. And my diet has been one of the strictest after that. I don't eat sweets, I don't drink, drink any of the aerated drinks. I don't take any of the nutritional products which are of synthetic nature. Very simple diet, vegetables, fruits, fresh fruits, dry fruits, and of course I eat meat, eggs and chicken, but no fried items. So this diet along with very good physio, I have been successful now. And one of the most important things I learned was that you should learn or you should know how to listen to your body. The body always tells you if there is something wrong with you, and you should understand that sign which the body gives you and do what needs to be done immediately on that. So now before every session of badminton, I do a very good warm up session, and after I complete my play, I do a very long stretching and cool down session. Now with these two things, it has really helped me to carry on and develop myself.
6 years back, our senior consultant Dr. Sanjay Pai brought one of his close friends, Mr. Sunil Pai, to my OPD, telling and introducing him to me, telling he is a very great sports enthusiast into badminton, and he injured his knee in one of the tournaments, and he had come back a few days later. And I examined, there was some mild effusion of his knee, and we examined his MRI, found to have an ACL tear. Being into sports at a national level, he wanted to get back, and it was 56 years age. Now X-rays were perfect, knee MRI wise was perfect, and only the ACL had ruptured. There were no meniscal tears also, but he wanted to go into a sport which would involve pivoting. So we talked about the pros and cons, and he decided on going towards surgery. So we decided to take him up for surgery, but only after an extensive prehab on his quads muscles. So it took him almost 4 months of good prehab to prevent any more muscle atrophy, and we took him up for surgery around 4 months post the injury, and then followed the surgery we continued him on rehab, and it continued for 7 to 8 months after that. Now at this point, being in these national level circuits, he had some competition to go on. So he had come and asked me whether I should play. I told it's a little on the earlier side, but we did allow him because the main tournament was a few months later. But post that sessions, in fact he couldn't do according to his pre-injury status, and he got a severe swelling in his knee. And so we had to take an MRI again to see whether everything was fine. So MRI wise everything looked perfect except for the swelling in the knee, and what we did for him was continued him on rehab. We put him on an ACL injury prevention program, we counseled him on to the strengthening and reconditioned him, and he being self motivated person did everything that was told to him, and exactly somewhere around 18 to 19 months post surgery he found back his form and he could go back, and for the last 4 or 5 years he has been doing. The main information that people have to get after the ACL injury is that ACL injury is not an emergency surgery that needs to be performed the day when the injury happens. Second is a prehabilitation before the surgery exercise program to prevent any more muscle atrophy, and getting the knee quiet is a very significant part. And even after surgery, there should not be, especially for the athletes, they have to understand that there is a time required for healing. So when we tell healing, the minimum or the earliest time we allow anyone to go into any sport is 9 months following a hamstring tendon, and not earlier, because the body is not yet fully healed. The ACL requires around 26 weeks for a healing, and before that going can injure, and ruptures are far more common in the first 1 year or 2 years post injury and reconstruction than later. So hearing your body, rehabilitating it well, and understanding that these tissues have to readjust at a new level, all are the messages we want to pass. Thank you.